guys, MUR-LOCK 68. Hope everybody's doing well today. Things are okay. Another long night shift. Took copper outside for about an hour and 45 minutes. Still can't sleep, so why not attack one of the nastiest keyways I've seen in a while. It's a LOCKWOOD CV10 LP. That's sent to me by Spingett. So we'll see if this helps me sleep or puts you to sleep, one or the other. I'm going to put this in the vise as best as I can here. As you know, we do not have a key. And if you guys, the nastier the better. Send them over. You guys have seen me use these broken picks before. I got about 1,300 broken picks here. Yeah, they're all over the place, but anyway, all I do is put a hook on the end to suit my need, and why not? Better than throwing them out. And for those who've been watching the channel a while, I've opened up quite a few locks using these, so why not? So let's jump right into this one. Don't know what I'm dealing with. It's the first time we're sticking the pick in it, so let's do it and see where we're at. Now typically when I'm facing something like this, take a couple of minutes to see where the angle is and where I'm going to be able to stick my pick in from. Bottom looks slightly possible, but again, may need a 10-12,000. Looks like I'm getting some clicks. I'm kind of leaning towards the left shelf. Now this is a restricted keyway, so we don't know what we're dealing with. How many shear lines, if it's mastered or if it was mastered at the time. And with the help of the wonderful community, if I'm able to get in here, hopefully I can get some sort of key for this. So right away I'm noticing that my best option appears to be left ledge. And again, this is just a broken pick, been modified with a tiny little hook on it. And we'll call it repurposed. And today's purpose is to get into this CV. That was pin 3. Playing around with the tension a little bit, see where I'm at. Okay, not getting much now. Let's check pin number 1 if I can get to it just up here. Felt a little click on it. Okay, let's go away from that pick for a second, see if I can try something else. Okay, 2 is binding. There's a click. Another click there out of 3. It should be a 6-pinner from what I feel. I'm going to go right to the back again. Let's go after pin 1 one more time. I think I felt something there. Okay, 4 is shit. 4 is binding, but I may have twisted the core and dropped some pins there by accident. One is binding again. Just for a second, I'm going to pull this tensioner. I want to see if I'm blocking the first pin here. Difficult to tell. I may have had some tiny movement on this and I just bent that pick. Fairly tight. That was a good click there out of 3. I've got 2 binding now. 1 is okay. Let's go after 2. There's a click there out of 2. Again, we don't know anything about this lock. So many factors. I have not felt a fault set. So whether we have spools or whether we're dealing with tapered pins, whether the lock is master keyed, which means it has more than one shear line to give more than one key access. I'll hold on to that for a second. Okay. I'm gonna switch. We're gonna go counterclockwise now. Just a different feel. Change it up a bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Might have overset there. Okay, I'll let off just a little bit there. I had some pins drop back down. Okay, I'm trying a 12 thousandths, which is actually allowing me to almost go right from the bottom. Almost. I'm kind of cheating a little bit off the ledge, but I've got my pick pretty much in the bottom. Lots of clicking going on back there in 5. I'm thinking it's still a 6-pinner. I feel a 6th pin. Could be wrong. I'm just gonna pulsate this tensioner a little bit. See if we got a little unfinished business with some of these pins trying to set. Felt just a little give there on the core. It's one of those gives that tells you you're a pin or two away. That's never guaranteed though. It could be oversetting as well. Okay, I can say that I'm getting a little comfortable now. You know, first time inserting a pick in a lock, it might take you a bit of time. As I've mentioned before, you got to figure out your angles, pick placement, try to figure out what tension's going to work. There it is. Pin number 2 finally gave it up, so really happy about that. Again, as I've mentioned before, with locks without keys, we've got to be careful not to lock it up. So there we are. We've got the open. I'm going to put that right there, and grab pinning tray and all the goodies. First thing is first. You guys can see the open there. I've got not a very friendly clip. I really like to figure out who comes up with these clips. So you just want to be careful you don't lock it up while you're trying to take the clip off. Okay, thank God it's there. I was a little bit overzealous there on stretching that clip, but I didn't break it, so we're okay. We're still in the open position. Because I have no clue what's inside, let's put a shim in there for safety. That seems a bit tight. Okay. Let's get our follower in there, and we'll run this through the garden and see what we got. Okay, I got caught on one pin there. Okay. So, very carefully what I'm going to do here. That shim was very tight, so this is driver number 1. We're dealing with tapered pins. Okay, so we'll come back to that in a second. Definitely we have some tapered pins. We've got 6 pins as I thought. Okay, everything needed to be picked. I suspected we had master pins, and I see them there, so okay. So we've got tapered key pins. Number 2, tapered key pin, no master. Number 3, tapered key pin, it's mastered. Number 4, tapered key pin. So you know, the jury's out on while still deliberating actually as to what master pins do when you're picking a lock. I mean, I have no doubt that it makes it easier to pick, in the sense that the sense that you know, you're dealing with multiple shear lines, but at the end of the day, it still has to be picked. It still has to be tensioned. So let's give ourselves a little bit of credit for getting in. And that goes for everybody who's wondering about that. Man, the Aussie tapered pins are prevalent here. 100%. 100% here. So we only had tapered there in position number 1, and I'm going to confirm that in a second by since that came out while I was gutting it. So we've got all copper springs, guys. 6 clearly tapered pins. These are the Aussie tapered pins. Yeah, actually I don't have to worry about that because that did come out of chamber number 1. And I don't have a key, so I can't jam the key in there and check that. Nothing done there. So I'm going to show you all that. Let's look at this nasty keyway. I'll try to give you a view from both sides, and I will provide pictures. I don't know how much of that you guys can see. That lower left bottom warding and the second upper right warding really take away from you trying to come up the middle unless you've got the proper pick. And the thinner your pick, the bigger the chance you have of breaking it. As you guys know, that's what we do on this channel, is break picks. So here we go. That's what's in there. No doubt on the tapered pins at all. You can see them there. Every single one of them, which doesn't give you any feedback. That's where patience comes into play, and you have to check your pins one at a time because you think you may not be making any progress. Just because you haven't seen that beautiful movement in the core that we all want doesn't mean that you're not a pin away, and sure enough I was. So that's it, guys. This is the CV10 LP restricted keyway Lockwood, sent to me by Paul Spingett. Pictures to follow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Patience, practice, perseverance. This is what's on the menu. Stay tuned. Check out the photos, and we'll see you guys soon. Stay well.